Okay, hello everyone. How are you today? It's Kay. This is 4th of September 2022 on Sunday. So let's start the live stream and I will review the pairs and gold, WTI, crude oil and also indices and also Bitcoin today for my analysis to prepare this week. Alright, so let's get into topics right now and see what's happening in the markets right now. And this is actually the beginning of the month, so I will review the monthly chart and also weekly chart. Because every month and I check the monthly chart to see which pair is going up or down on the monthly basis. And also I check the weekly time frame too, because this is on the weekend. And during the week, I check the daily and the 4-hour and lower time frames to follow these higher time frame directions. So like this, every Sunday I review some of the pairs in markets by Ichimoku Kinko on my live streams. So hopefully you can enjoy the live stream until the end of today. Okay, so let me switch screen and get into topics right now, because we have many things to cover today. Okay, so before starting, a quick disclaimer is that this YouTube channel is basically all based on my own experience. So when you take trades, please do at your own risks. And also, please be careful on the spams outside. Okay, so again, thank you for joining everyone. And I hope you're having a great weekend today. Okay, so yeah, let's see. TSM, thank you for joining. Win Hiat and Noel, Moonboy and Rose, thank you for joining. Muhammad and Oscar, Asif, Gabby and Rain, thank you for joining. And video ads in TikTok, Kale, thank you for joining. Yes, I will cover Bitcoin. Yes, I will. So please stay tuned. All right, walking with, thank you so much. And Homan and Ken Lee also, thank you so much for joining. JWise also, good to see you too. All right, so now let me switch to the trading view and start to see some charts in Forex pairs first. Okay, so here is the trading view. I hope you can see the chart clear. Okay, so again, today, since this is the beginning of the month, and also the monthly time frame closed already, and new candle on the monthly time frame just started. Let's check the monthly time frame and also the weekly time frame on these pairs on my watch list. So I will be covering on the left, I put the monthly chart. On the right, I put the weekly time frame. And I cover from Euro, USD, all the way down to the Swiss franc JPY first to start with. So here we go, let's start. So first one is the Euro USD. As you can see, both monthly and weekly time frames are bearish. So I'm expecting the lower time frames, the daily time frame and lower time frames would be bearish. Because when you think about it, the trends usually follows higher time frame direction. So when monthly and weekly are both bearish, most likely on the lower time frames, it becomes bearish. So that's the analysis. So especially weekly is down. According to my KTS, Senko span A is down, Kijun Sen is down, Tenkan Sen is also down, and Chikou span below candles. And it has been nicely resisted by the descending trend line. So this is continuously bearish. And Kumo is not too thin. Kumo is thick and long right now on the weekly. So most likely, I'm expecting the market breaks the support level of 0.9900 and continuously being bearish. So when I see this downtrend on the weekly or on the monthly, then I mark here, I mark purple, so that I know this pair is trending in higher time frame. So now let me check the next one on Euro AUD. Okay, Euro AUD monthly looks to be flat right now. This is near the support, but monthly for the last 5 months it has been ranging. And as for the weekly, it's bearish. Right now, Senko span A is down, Kijun Sen is pointing down. However, Chikou span is touching on the weekly. So let me zoom in. Like this, you can exactly see that this yellow Chikou span, which is lagging 26 candles to the past, is touching the candle over here. So this is Chikou span touch. And when you see Chikou span touch, this is considered to be range. So that means this Kumo down, Kijun Sen down can be fake. And also there is a W bottom here. So there's a strong support in this area. So the buyers start to come in and the market may go up in the short term. So in this case, I simply wait for the breakout of the support 1.4279 support level over here on the weekly and monthly. And once the breakout happens, I simply look for the selling edge afterwards. So that's basically what it happens. So this one is not really trending. It's now ranging or W bottom. So I'm not gonna mark this one. Okay, so next one is the Euro Pound. Euro Pound has been ranging both the monthly and the weekly. So at a glance, I stay away. Well, if I see some trend on the lower time frames, I still take it. But this will be my low priority because this is not trending in higher time frames. That means even if it's up, even if it will be up on the daily or the 4-hour chart this week, the market may retrace backwards very soon because it's again ranging in higher time frames. That's why this will be my low priority. Okay, Euro JPY is showing up on the monthly, but flat on the weekly. So since monthly is up still, I think weekly will be up and daily will be also up continuously. So if I see uptrend, I will follow it. According to Ichimoku Kinko Hyo, right now on the weekly chart, it says Kumo flat, Kijun Sen flat, and the market is a bit choppy, and we have wicks up and down. So yeah, this might be a bit tricky market this week. But since monthly is up still, I will look for the buying edge. I never look for the selling edge on this one. I always follow higher time frame direction, which is bullish on this pair. And next one is the Euro CAD. Right, Euro CAD is down on the monthly and weekly. So I will continuously prepare to sell. Yeah, basically I look for this. I wait for the breakout of the support of over here, the 1.2877, and prepare to sell. So Euro CAD is down. I mark. Kumo is looking nice also. Kumo is not too small. Weekly Kumo especially is very nice. Not too thin. Senko span A is down. Kijun Sen, Tenkan Sen are down. And Chikou span below candles. So it's bearish. Most likely the market breaks support this week. And next one is the Euro Swiss franc. Euro Swiss franc is now it's retracing on the weekly. And Kumo Senko span A is down, but Kijun Sen is flat. But because the price is below Tenkan Sen still, and Tenkan Sen itself is pointing down, this is still bearish technically. But if the market breaks the Tenkan Sen, then it may retrace back to Kijun Sen. So if that's the case, then we have to stay away, or we can look for the buying edge and target to the weekly Kijun Sen if it keeps retracing back. That's a weekly situation, and monthly situation is similar to the weekly. Monthly says Senko span B is down, Senko span A is flat, and Kijun Sen flat, Tenkan Sen flat. So technically this is bearish. Sellers are dominant over buyers still, but since again last week the market retraced back, the market may retrace back to the monthly Tenkan-sen also. So again, to be safer, I simply wait for the support breakout 0.9553. But if it keeps going up, if it keeps retracing bullish, then I might take the 4-hour trend this week and target to either weekly Kijun-sen or the monthly Tenkan-sen. That will be the plan for this week. Okay, so next one is the USD based pairs. So USD-JPY is up on both monthly and the weekly because of this breakout of the resistance. Nicely, resistance was 139.39 and it broke on both time frames. So this is strongly bullish. But again, just as I mentioned on yesterday's my performance review on the month of August, JPY pairs might be a bit spiky on the lower time frames. So this is up and I will mark this one, but this will be my low priority. So that means if I see USD-JPY bullish and also the other USD pairs or some other pairs are trending at the same time, I might take the other one besides USD-JPY to trade because it may spike after my entries. But with that in mind, I monitor chart, and if USD-JPY will be the only pair that will be trending next week when I screen charts, then I take it. But I might take only 1% or I might take 2%, but and also I will most likely put the wide stop loss because of my losing patterns on the USD-JPY in the month of August. So, but USD-JPY broke the resistance, and in the long term, I think this will be bullish because of the also rate, interest rate. You know, Japan has been zero interest rate, and the USD is increasing the rate. So fundamentally speaking, it's bullish, but we'll see how far it goes up. Okay, next one is the USD-CAD. So USD-CAD is flat on both weekly and the monthly. Right, so first, the monthly time frame shows the Kumo is down, Kijun-sen down, but there is a Tenkan Kijun Gold Cross. But Chikou span is touching, Chikou span breakout is not happening yet. So this is ranging now. So in this case, we never know which way the market goes on the monthly. And same is true on the weekly time frame. Weekly also shows the Kumo flat, Kijun-sen flat. So simply we have to wait for the resistance breakout of 1.3225 up here. Wait for the resistance breakout and buy. But since Kumo flat, Kijun-sen flat, the market may mark double top and it may reverse this week. If it goes down, then target will be the Kijun-sen on the weekly because Kijun-sen shows the mid price of the range. So when the market retraces back, most likely I think the market goes back to the weekly. So if I see downtrend on the lower time frames like 1 hour or the 4 hour, then I follow and target to the weekly Kijun-sen. But monthly, we have no clue which way it's going. Okay, but since this is not trending, I don't mark this one. Okay, so next one is the USD Swiss franc. Right, USD Swiss franc shows monthly broke the Kumo after Tenkan Kijun Gold Cross Chikou span breakout. So this is now bullish on the monthly basis. However, there are two spikes, 2 long wicks up. So the market may be spiky up here. And the weekly shows it's flat also. On this bearish rug, it broke last week. So this is also showing that this is not bullish. So in the short term, it's bullish. If you want to buy, target will be the weekly resistance, which is 1.0058. But I don't think I'm going to buy this one because most likely the market will be choppy on the lower time frames. But yeah, as for the view from Ichimoku Kinko Hyo, this is now bullish. Okay, so let's move on to pound base pairs. So first, I will review the pound USD. Okay, so pound USD. Sorry, I have too many lines, so let me cancel. Hold on. Okay, the pound USD monthly shows it has been bearish, but the Kumo is still small. Kumo is really small here on the monthly, and Tenkan Kijun Sen are in the Kumo. So that means the market might reverse. And when most likely reverses is at the previous support level, which is down here on 1.1408. There is a support. So the market may bounce and retrace back this week. Because of this small Kumo. If the Kumo was looking thicker on the monthly, then I think the market breaks support and keeps going down. But when you see the small Kumo like this, like a newborn baby Kumo, the market tends to retrace at the next support or resistance. And with that in mind, if you check the weekly time frame, it broke the support on the weekly and currently it's going down. And again, the monthly support is really close. It's 1.140809 level again. So this is very close. It has only, let's see how many pips. It has only like 90 pips or so. So I think the market still goes down on the Monday, Tuesday, and maybe towards the end of Tuesday, Wednesday, it may retrace back. So weekly is down right now. So I will mark this one. So we can follow weekly and also the lower time frames, daily, in 4 hour, 1 hour. All these lower time frames are currently down on the pound USD. And because of the weak pound and strong USD, fundamentally speaking, also this is bearish. This pair is bearish. So I will continuously look for the selling edge, and knowing that the resistance is near, the support is near on the monthly, I look for the sell, and when the market retraces, I simply exit with the break even or some small loss or small profit. So that will be my trading plan. And next one is the pound JPY. Pound JPY, I haven't traded this for a while because it's been ranging on the monthly and the weekly time frame. Especially the monthly time frame, it has been flat for the last 4 months. So no trades for myself on this pair. Weekly is also showing range. This is called P wave. The lower highs and higher lows, it's a P wave. So in this P wave can break towards either direction. So my plan is to simply wait for the resistance of the monthly and weekly, which is 168.77. And when the breakout happens, I simply follow. But until this happens, I will continue to stay away and focus on other pairs. So let's move on to the next one, pound CAD. Pound CAD is also another good pair because both monthly and weekly are down. Yes, pound CAD is definitely worth to look at. Actually, this is much better than pound USD. Because again, pound USD, if you can remember the shape of the Kumo on pound CAD, it looks like this. The Kumo length is this much. But pound USD, Kumo is very small on the monthly, right? And plus, this is near the support. Pound CAD has no support in the past, and Kumo's bigger. Kijun Sen, Tenkan Sen down below the Kumo, and the Chikou span below candles. So this is down bearish on the monthly, and also down bearish on the weekly. It also broke the weekly support and currently it's going down. So my top priority for this week will be the pound CAD so far. Okay, so pound CAD looks the best. And then pound AUD is also looking great. Monthly shows it's flat Kumo flat Kijun Sen, so it may reverse, but weekly shows it's down. So I'm gonna follow the weekly downtrend. Senko span A is down, Kijun Sen is down, Chikou span below candles, it broke the support nicely, and this is now bearish. So yeah, pound AUD, I will be monitoring this week. But best so far is the pound CAD, because pound CAD clearly is down on both monthly and weekly time frames. So let's move on to pound Swiss franc. Pound Swiss franc is actually also bearish, but this is going near the support of the monthly. But we have enough room to trade actually on this one. To the monthly support, let me see how many pips. To the monthly support, we still have like 164 pips down. So that is enough room to trade. And weekly is currently down. Kumo Kijun Sen, Tenkan Sen, Chikou span are down, bearish. So yeah, pound Swiss franc looks also good to trade. So pound Swiss franc is the second best among all these pairs so far. For pound Swiss franc and pound CAD, pound USD, these markets are second best, and the best so far is the pound CAD. Okay, so let me move on to the AUD based pairs. So first, AUD USD. AUD USD at a glance is range. Monthly chart is going into Kumo, which means the market can spike on the lower time frames. And weekly also shows that it's flat. Right, Kumo flat and Kijun Sen is flat angle. No direction on Kumo Kijun Sen angles. And the market is ranging now. Chikou span below candles, so technically it's bearish. Still sellers are dominant. So the market may go down. But since monthly is into Kumo, even if the market goes down, it might be choppy like this. So the bottom line is I simply stay away from this one. So next one is the AUD-CAD. AUD-CAD is also similar case to AUD-USD. Kumo flat, Kijun Sen flat, and market is in the monthly Kumo, and weekly is flat and choppy. So better to stay away, in my opinion. And AUD-JPY. So AUD-JPY is about to break the resistance. Monthly shows Kumo is up, but Kijun Sen flat. Tenkan Sen is bullish, and Chikou span above candles, so it may break the resistance because of the Kumo and Tenkan Sen angles. Tenkan Sen shows a short-term direction, and short-term direction is bullish on the monthly, and weekly shows from the long-term and mid-term and short-term, all the terms are bullish. So I am expecting sometime this week or next week, the market breaks resistance. So I will be looking to buy on this one too this week. If it breaks a resistance, that will be the best time to buy. So AUD-JPY I mark. The next one is the AUD-Swiss franc. This pair has been flat on both time frames, but not only that, there are too many wicks up and down, so too many dojis also. And for the last, ever since June, right? Ever since June this year, the market has been ranging, no direction. So I will continuously stay away from this pair. Okay, next one is the CAD JPY. CAD JPY is bullish on the monthly. Bullish in the monthly because of the Kumo up and Kijun Sen is up, and it's about to break the resistance. And weekly shows it's Kumo flat, Kijun Sen flat, but since the market is above the Tenkan Sen, it can break the resistance anytime. So simply I wait for the resistance breakout of 107.6263, and once the breakout happens, I follow and buy. So CAD JPY I mark because it's about to break the resistance. To the resistance level, in terms of pips, let me see how many pips. We have about 90 pips. So about 90 pips means Tuesday, the market may break. Tuesday, Wednesday, it may break bullish in this pair. Okay, so let me move on to the CAD Swiss franc. CAD Swiss franc pair is basically flat on both time frames, no directions and no trace. And finally, Swiss franc JPY is now bullish on the monthly and bullish on the weekly because of the price above the Tenkan Sen. So I'm waiting for the break of the resistance 143.78 and buy afterwards. Yeah, so that is my analysis on the Forex pairs. So we have some nice trends, nice breakouts on the higher time frames, but among all these pairs on my watch list, I think the best one so far is the pound CAD. And then yeah, pound AUD also looking good, pound Swiss franc is also good, and pound USD is also good. Yeah, the best so far is the pound CAD for me, so I will put this pair as top priority to sell this week. Okay, so that covered the whole Forex pairs on my watch list. Okay, so now I will be covering gold, XAU USD, and also WTI, and then I cover indices and then Bitcoin in this manner. So please stay tuned. Okay, so now let me move on to gold. Commodity XAU USD. Monthly shows it's double top and neckline is about to break. Right, double top neckline is 1676.87 and it's about to break. Right, so that is what I'm waiting for. And that level is actually also the support of the weekly. There's a support from the week of the 18th of July. And once that breakout happens, I think downtrend will be strong. So I'm simply waiting for that breakout and get ready to sell. And that breakout may not happen this week, but next week it may happen. So I put down arrow below the support, 1676.87 or 1680.53 was the weekly support. So if the market breaks the, I would say monthly support, I think monthly support breakout will be better to wait for. So once 1676.87 break happens, then I will prepare to sell. As an intraday, this is bearish now. If you check the daily time frame, the market is now below Tenkan Kijun Sen Kumo, Chikou span below candles, so it's bearish. And also 4-hour shows it's bearish too. 4-hour is now resisted by the Kijun Sen and it may continue to go down. So for me, this is bearish. Gold is currently bearish. Okay, so now let me move on to 81.66. And the market just broke the Kumo bearish on the weekly time frame. So here is the Kumo breakout. Right, Kumo breakout after Tenkan Kijun Dead Cross and Chikou span breakout. So I think this downtrend will be continuous. Yeah, so this is downtrend for me. Okay, So now let me move on to indices. So first, starting from the Nikkei index. Monthly shows its range in choppy range, and weekly once broke the resistances. Resistance was up here. The market broke the resistance 2 weeks ago, but last week it went back into Kumo, and now this is range again, back into range. So it was a P wave. It was a P wave, ascending P wave breakout, and then it didn't retest the resistance, but instead it just went back into Kumo. So when I see this, usually the market will be range afterwards. I don't think the market goes up anytime soon. I think the market either be ranging or downtrend to the trend line or the single span B, and then bounce and goes up again. In the short term, I think this is now bearish. Okay, so next one is the Dow Jones. Dow Jones has been bearish too for the last 2 weeks. So all the indices are basically bearish. I mean, almost all the indices are now bearish. Some exceptions. But the monthly chart still shows it's above or it's on the Kijun-sen. So the market may be supported by the Kijun-sen on the monthly and goes up this way. But if you look at the weekly, this is now bearish. Right? The price is below Tenkan Kijun-sen, Chikou span below candles, so it's bearish. So the question is whether the market will be supported by the monthly Kijun-sen or not. If it's not gonna be supported by the Kijun-sen or a trend line like this, then I think downtrend will be continuous. But if it will be supported by the trend line and the monthly Kijun-sen, then I think it goes up to at least initially to the monthly Tenkan-sen or the resistance of 34,296. And same is true actually on Nasdaq. Nasdaq also shows the market is retracing back, and it has been on the reverse in the waves on the weekly. So looks like this is now going down, but the market has been supported by the trend line. On the monthly, this is now below the Kijun-sen, Chikou span touching, so this is now ranging. So this is more bearish than Dow Jones, but it may be supported by the trend line and goes up. So whether the market breaks the trend line or not will be the topic for this week. I think in the long term it's bullish for sure. But the question is when the market will be bouncing and goes up. So far in the weekly, again, this is bearish and monthly range, so it may go down continuously. So this is not the best time to buy. I will wait until the market breaks Kumo on the weekly and prepare to buy. Otherwise, the market may remain choppy and it may, be tricky on the lower time frames. Okay, next one is the S&P. S&P shows also similar to the other two US indices. It has been supported by the trend line. So the question is again, whether it will be bounced and goes up or not. And monthly Kijun-sen, the price is now below the monthly Kijun-sen. So it may range afterwards. So yeah, if the market will be supported, and I think the market it goes up, just like Dow Jones and Nasdaq. Okay, next one is the Euro stocks. Right, Euro stock is now range on the monthly and down on the weekly. So especially weekly chart shows that this is descending P wave. The supports are at the same level, and lower highs. So this is showing sellers are dominant over buyers on the weekly chart. So it may test the trend line of the weekly, but sellers are dominant, so it may go down this way. It breaks the support. So this is bearish. Euro stocks is now bearish in my mind. Yeah. And FTSE 100 is now ranging on both weekly and monthly, so no direction. The market has been just ups and downs every month. So this is a very tricky market. We have many doji candles also on the weekly. So the market is choppy, very tricky. So we can't really tell which way it's going. So simply, I would wait for the break of this swing high of 7698.81. Then look for the buying edge afterwards. And moving on to CAC France. CAC France is also flat on the monthly, range on the monthly. So no direction on the monthly basis. And weekly is also range. This is also P wave. Now this is squeezing the P wave. So we just simply have to wait for the break towards either direction. So I put up arrow like this a couple weeks ago because I was waiting for the break of the Kumo on the weekly to follow uptrend, but it didn't happen. It was resisted by the Kumo and went downwards. And since this is the P wave, the market may be bullish for the next couple weeks, up until Kumo or the trend line, and then retrace like this. And yeah, in this case, we can't really tell which way it breaks. So simply, I would wait for the breakout towards either direction and follow. Moving on to German 40. This is also flat on the weekly and down on flat on the monthly, flat on the monthly and down on the weekly. Just like FTSE 100, I think it was, Euro stocks. Euro stocks is now descending P wave, as I mentioned earlier, and DAX index is also similar case. This one is also showing descending P wave, so sellers are dominant over buyers. So this is now bearish. It may test the support and retrace back to Kijun-sen or trend line, and at this rate, it breaks bearish on this one. Okay, so Nifty chart. Nifty chart is now up on the monthly and range on the weekly. So you see the monthly Kumo Senko span A is up, and Kijun-sen is turning up, Chikou span above candles. So monthly shows it's about to break the resistance. So in the long-term swing, this is bullish still. But weekly shows its range. Weekly shows this is now ranging in a bit choppy market. This is called a Y wave and choppy market. So in this case, I can see that there are two dojis near the resistance here, 1881.35. So simply wait for the breakout of that level and buy afterwards. Or to be safer, you want to wait for the break of the 18610.15, the swing high, all-time high in the breakout. But yeah, until the breakout happens, it may spike. So I think that will be the very safe way to trade. But if you are prepared to buy, I would wait for, in this case, wait for the break of the trend line and the twist of the Kumo. Right now, this is the bearish Kumo, but better to wait for the bullish Kumo, the twist of the Kumo to bullish, and prepare to buy afterwards. Okay, next one is the AU200. Right, so AU200 is now ranging on the monthly and ranging on the weekly. both time frames look to be range for me. And in terms of Ichimoku, right? In terms of Ichimoku, it's range, so no direction. In terms of price action on the weekly, this is bearish. After this double top and neckline breakout, neckline was here, breakout, now this is bearish. So price action shows that this is down, it's bearish. But Ichimoku says it's flat. So this might be bearish, but it may take time. It may be choppy like this and gradually goes down. So A200 is not the best timing to trade, in my opinion. And finally, Hansen Index. Hansen is showing bearish on the monthly, bearish on the weekly. So it broke the trend line. It now looks like this is now bearish. So Hansen is continuously bearish in terms of Ichimoku. Okay, so that covers the indices on my watch list. And then finally, let me cover the Bitcoin. Okay, so for the Bitcoin, monthly chart is too big, so I change it down to the weekly and the daily. So let me first talk about the weekly time frame. Weekly shows Kumo is currently flat Kijun Sen, flat Kumo, flat Senko span B and A, and Chikou span is flat also. Chikou span is bearish, the price below Tenkan Kijun Sen. So in terms of sellers and buyers, this is sellers dominant market. So this is bearish, right? This is bearish. In terms of the daily time frame, this one is also bearish because Tenkan Sen is pointing down now. Tenkan Sen is pointing down and looks like it's about to break the support. Support level of 19,500 13.65. So this is not the best timing to buy for sure. It may break support. If it breaks support, that will be a perfect time to sell. But if you want to wait for the buying edge, then I will at least wait for the break of the resistance up here. Yeah, but even if the market breaks resistance, there are supports very close. So the market may be choppy anyways afterwards. So yeah, this is for the long-term basis, I think in this case, if this for the Forex, I would wait for the break of the Kumo, be safer and buy, or break of the support and sell. Right now it's ranging, so in terms of the daily time frame, we can't really tell which way it's going. But just like I mentioned on the previous live stream, in 1 hour basis, this is now, it was bearish, but now this is turning range. I was actually seeing the market up to here, and I thought it was downtrend because of this consecutive bearish in the waves. It was bearish up to here, and now it broke the resistance, and it was resisted on the second previous resistance, and now this is bearish. So looks like the market turns from bearish to range in 1 hour time frame. And Ichimoku also shows Kumo flat, Kijun Sen flat, Chikou span very close. So yeah, in this case, yeah, I would wait for the break of the support again and prepare to sell. So that is my whole analysis on these pairs and also the markets. Okay, so let me finally cover the news for this week. So let me put this one up here. And let's see what kind of news we have this week. So I click on this week, and click apply. So Monday, September the 5th, we have Swiss franc. In Switzerland, there is a GDP report, so Swiss franc pairs may be affected. And also there is a retail sales in euro on Monday. Tuesday, September the 6th, we have rate statement, interest rate in Australia, and also ISM services PMI in the US. And technically on the Wednesday morning in Asian session, there will be another GDP report in Australia. And also we have a monetary policy report in UK, and then another GDP report in Euro, and also Fed's chair power speech in the US, and another rate decision in Canada. Okay? And technically on Thursday in the morning, Asian session, there will be a GDP report in Japan, and another trade balance, the trade balance will be there in Australia, and then monetary policy meeting and rate decision on the on Euro, and then ECB press conference will be there also in the Euro. And Friday, September 9th, we have unemployment rate in Canada, and that's it. So we have many big news every day from Monday, from tomorrow. So be careful on the news. These big news can affect these markets. So yeah, that is the news for this week. Okay, so now it covered the whole contents, whole topics for today's analysis. I hope I didn't go too fast, right? And in case you missed any information, please review the archive, because this is saved on the archive in my YouTube channel. So I have covered the Forex pairs on my watch list from Euro USD down to Swiss franc JPY. So for those who joined later, my best pair so far this week will be Pound CAD, because Pound CAD broke the weekly support and there is no previous supports. And Pound AUD is also looking good because it also broke the support on the weekly. And then Pound USD looks good. Pound USD is close to the monthly support. There was a support level, support from the 16th of March, the week of the 16th of March, and this is getting closer. So be careful on the support on Pound USD this week. And also Pound Swiss franc looks good also, but this is again near the support of the 16th of March 2020. So yeah, I will be focusing more on pound pairs this week to trade. Okay, so I covered all these Forex pairs on my watch list, and then I covered gold, commodity XAUSD, I covered gold. I'm simply waiting for the break of the support of 1676.87. So let me put down arrow below the support. So there are 5 supports, once, twice, 3 times, and 4 times, 5 times support. So if the market breaks that support level, the market goes down very fast, right? So I wait for that support break. And monthly shows it was double top, and this support was actually also neckline of monthly double top. So yeah, let's wait for the break of the support and follow downtrend afterwards. Otherwise, it may be supported this time and retrace back, and you may lose in that case. So, and also, yeah, also indices again are now, hold on, let's see, index, Dow Jones, and Nasdaq, and S&P. These pairs are actually on the trend line, on the weekly trend line like this. Same is true on all these all the 3 US indices. So simply, if the market just wait for the break, just wait for the bounce on that trend line, and prepare to buy if this happens. And I think this trend line bounce most likely happens on the highest chance on the Dow Jones, because Dow Jones trend line like this way is also the support of this monthly Kijun-sen. So monthly Kijun-sen support and weekly trend line support are there on Dow Jones. So Dow Jones in that sense is the strongest. So, but these US indices and other indices are also bearish for the last 2 weeks, so it may keep going down. Yeah. Okay, so yeah, let me check some comments here. Okay, but again, thank you for joining, everyone. Great to see you again. Thank you for joining. Okay, I hope you're having a great weekend today. Okay, thank you for joining, everyone. Good to see you. Do you use smart money concept with the Ichimoku system? No, I don't. I only look at the Ichimoku and price actions in multiple time frames. Do you use harmonic patterns? No, I don't. I simply use Ichimoku and candlesticks, and I don't use harmonic patterns. Chris says, "Sir, I really like you since I know you for almost 3 years. You have been consistently using Ichimoku indicator." Yes. Ichimoku indicator is my favorite, and also Ichimoku taught me a lot. Ichimoku gave me lots of inspirations, especially by reading the original books. It gave me, such a huge impact on my psychology and also on my strategy. That's why I'm using Ichimoku. Yeah, I'm a Japanese and I read these original books in Japanese, but even if I'm not Japanese, I might be using Ichimoku still. Okay, John Harris says, "Hi Kay, when Chikou span breaks out, do you execute a trade or wait for the Sanyaku signal?" I wait for the Sanyaku signal. Yeah, I don't usually trade just because the Chikou span break. Kumo breakout would be the better confirmation to trade. But it's up to the risk management actually. When you see the Kumo breakout, you can raise the risk per trade, but if you only see the Chikou span breakout, but if you see some nice price action, and if you wanna buy, then you can lower the risk to trade and expect the Kumo breakout afterwards. Let's see. Ketchup says, with price action, we can see same thing. So what edge you believe in this indicator, what you're looking for with Ichimoku indicator. So basically, I have developed my own strategy called KTS, and I do use Ichimoku Kinko Hyo in multiple time frames and get the entry timings on the 5-minute. And that's basically what I do every time I trade. So if you are not familiar with the KTS, then please click on the below description. There's a link to the web page, and you can find the series of videos that I uploaded in the month of August. Okay, Babak, you're welcome. Thank you for your comment. So yes, I have covered the gold, so please check the archive. But gold is now about to break the support again, so simply waiting for the break of the weekly support, 1676.87, and waiting for the breakout this week or next week. So like this, waiting for the break of the support. Let's see. When Tenkan-sen, Kijun-sen, and Kumo show flat but Chikou span is going one direction, does that mean the trend could continue? When Tenkan-sen, Kijun-sen, Kumo show flat but Chikou span going one direction, that means that the market is ranging, so it may retrace. It may retrace back to Kijun-sen. Okay. Looks like we have many comments on gold. Looks like lots of traders are curious on what may happen in gold, looks like. Yeah, so in this case, yeah, the market may break the support this week because Tenkan-sen is down, right? Tenkan-sen shows short-term traders are on bearish side. And the Senko span A is also down. Kijun-sen is still flat, but Kijun-sen will be down tomorrow. Your next week, right? So this downtrend may be continuous. As for the daily time frame, this is gold on the daily. This is bearish. The price is below Tenkan, Kijun-sen, Kumo, Chikou span below candles. This is a Chikou span breakout. That means sellers are dominant now. So sellers dominant and buyers are, still losing. So this is bearish. As long as price is below Tenkan-sen, this is bearish. You can see that there was a Tenkan-sen resistance here. So this time it may retrace back to Tenkan-sen, but maybe resist it and continue to go down. But if the market breaks the Tenkan-sen, then it may retrace back to Kijun-sen. Right? So as long as price below the Tenkan-sen, it's bearish. It can break the support. Okay, yeah, thanks so much everyone for joining today. Oh, Hussein, thank you for your comment. So yeah, if you liked it so far, the live stream, please press the like button before you leave. That would be great. Thanks so much for your support on what I do on my YouTube channel. Let's see, Homan says, Dear K, you analyze daily 4-hour while the candles are not closed. Why you don't analyze weekly time frame during weekdays? I do also check the weekly time frames during the weekdays. But in these live streams, in this forecast, I do this on every Sunday. So that's why I mention on the weekly time frames on Sundays. But yeah, tomorrow when the market opens, you better check the weekly time frames again. Yeah, but this is just to give you an idea of the bigger picture on the markets. During the weekday, during the week, I check the daily info and see which one is trending and ranging. Okay, Hussein says, the question is how to avoid the fake breakout, especially in the lower time frames such as 15-minute. It seems that recently there's a lot of fake breakouts. Yeah, there are a lot of fake outs. So the only way to avoid the fake out is to wait for the candle close. Let's say this is near the support, right? And when you see on the day, let's say Monday, tomorrow, when the market opens here, it starts from here. So let me just make it bigger. Tomorrow, the candlestick starts here or here somewhere. And in the middle, during the day, the market continues to go down this way. So this is now bearish candle. The market continues to go down this way on Monday, let's say, and then it breaks. It breaks it maybe during the day, in the New York session, let's say it breaks, and when you see this breakout before the candlestick close, you may think that this is a breakout, so you jump in and sell, and then the market doesn't go down anymore, and then it starts to go up, and then close here. By the end of Monday, right? And when it closes here, that means the market is showing the wick pointing down, and then close like this. And the market, when the traders see this candlestick tomorrow, it might turn bullish because they know that there are strong buyers here and support by the previous support level. So again, the key is to wait for the candlestick close. Never jump in when it's breaking, but when it broke, that's when you join. So that's actually the best way to avoid the fake outs. Okay, let's see. Yeah, thank you for joining, everyone. Okay, AOD says, do you do this every weekend, and what time do you start? Yes, I do this every weekend on Sundays, starting at 2 p.m. UTC. How did you end up in Dubai? It's a long story, actually. You can actually check my second channel. You can see the link on the below description. There's my second channel, and I talked about the reasons why I came to Dubai. Okay. Aung says, hello Kay, what is the difference between Ichimoku and the price action, or are they combined together? Well, actually, the difference is obvious, right? Ichimoku shows lines, the price action shows candles, and Ichimoku Kinko Hyo is actually the translation of the candlesticks and price actions. So, and they go along. The original creator of Goichi Hosoda, he says also you can't trade by the Ichimoku Kinko Hyo only. You have to also know the price actions and candlestick patterns to get the right entry timings and exit timings, because Ichimoku only tells you the overall bigger picture of the market. So yeah, and so if you master price action, then there's also a big help. It becomes a big help to understand Ichimoku Kinko Hyo. Yep. Thank you so much, everyone. You're welcome. I see many comments here now. Okay, Ran, thank you for joining. Thank you for a comment also. Just found out Ichimoku and love how you continuously using and following simple strategies. Yeah, the strategies should be simple. Because I used to have complex strategy. I used to put all these indicators. Even Ichimoku Kinko Hyo, I was playing with it. I used to change parameters of Ichimoku, not using the original 9 and 26 and 52, but I was using different parameters. I tried with some different parameters, and I was using like double Kumo or double Tenkan-sen, Kijun-sen. I was also replacing Tenkan-sen, Kijun-sen to moving averages and see how they work. I was also shifting Kumo back and forward, and Chikou span also I was shifting back and forward, and see how it went. And I added some other indicators on top of Ichimoku and try to understand the market situations in a better way. But the conclusion for me was, only 5 lines of Ichimoku are just enough. Yeah, and you don't need to customize indicator. Yeah, there are some custom indicators of Ichimoku in TradingView and in public out there, and I used to use ones, but it just confused me. And ever since I started use the original settings of Ichimoku, I start to win trades. So that is my answer. Yeah, the strategies should be very simple, and Ichimoku can be very deep and very complex. If I want to talk about time cycles and price theories, and Kyushu Ashi strategy, and the forecast lines, Chikou span trace, Chikou span mirror, S wave, M wave, W wave, there are so many strategies in Ichimoku. Tenkan Kijun Sen cross, Chikou span break, Kumo breakout, Kumo twist. There are so many strategies. But technically speaking, you don't have to know all these to be profitable in the long run. Because I say this because we are not here to be a professional indicator professionals. We're here to use indicators to make profits. That's it. So in order to make profits, you don't have to know all these knowledges. Like the price actions too. There are so many names in the price actions and candlestick patterns, millions of names. But I don't know all these. I don't remember all these patterns. I only use 5 simple price actions: double top, and head and shoulders, engulfing breakout, and doji breakout, and pin bar reverse. That's it. I simply use what we call the Sakata Goho price actions, and that's just enough to trade. But the more important thing is, more than remembering these names and theories, the more important thing is to understand what's happening in the markets, and also how to translate these markets through these indicators and through these concepts, so that you know what buyers are doing and what sellers are doing in different terms. And to decide which one to follow for you. Do you want to follow buyers momentum, or do you want to follow the sellers' momentum, or do you think the sellers and buyers are fighting, so you stay away? So there are only 3 choices: you buy or sell or hold. So it's that simple. So after you learn so much deeper level of the things, then I think next step for you is to simplify your understandings and be able to explain in the simple words. So let's say someone asks you, what is Ichimoku Kinko Hyo? And then you better be able to answer in the simple words. So what is Ichimoku Kinko Hyo? And what will be your answer is what will be your answer shows how deep your understanding is. If you can answer in a simple way, that means you understand well about Ichimoku. So anyways, it's been more than 1 hour now on the live stream, so I guess I will end the live in a minute, and I will prepare to do some other works. Maybe I will just relax today because it's Sunday and the market's closed. So I might be doing some backtesting on the month of August, like I mentioned yesterday, and see how I can improve on the August trades next year. That will be something I will be doing after this. And also, I might be playing some games today. I have some games I wanted to play today on the Switch. So I guess I will just relax and just play game and just have fun. So again, thank you so much everyone for joining today. And I hope you have a great rest of your weekend. And best wishes on your trades. this week. Okay, so yeah, tomorrow Monday I don't do the live streams of videos, but on Tuesday I will be uploading one video about psychology. So hopefully you enjoyed that video and see you there. And yeah, see you next week. So until I see you next time, please stay healthy and stay safe and stay gold. Alright, bye for now everyone. またね. Thanks so much.